So when you're trying to lose weight, you're going to come across some truths, right? So in this video, I'm going to tell you harsh truths that everyone that loses weight comes across. And I'm going to explain it to you and just let you know so that when you're losing weight, you know about the thing. But before I go on, losing weight is one of the best decisions you can make in your life, right? So like this video is not to discourage anybody from losing weight. If you're thinking about it, just go ahead and do it. You're never going to regret it. But I'm gonna just tell you a few things that happen when you lose weight. So the first thing is that most people don't actually want you to lose weight. And you'll see this is extremely common, right? So at first, you drop a few pounds, you drop 5 pounds. People are like, oh, you look so nice, you look so good. And it's like nice to hear. But the more you keep going on, people are always doing like little things to pull you down. So, like, let's say you had a buddy and you were losing weight together and then he stopped, right? The more you go on, he's eventually going to go like, oh, let's get McDonald's, let's do this, let's do that, knowing that it's going to hurt your weight loss, right? So the reason people do this is because it's easier to pull people down when they're doing better than you than it is to bring them up, right? So these people like they obviously don't have the willpower, the strength, everything to go on. So they just think it's much easier to bring someone down to their level. So one thing you can do is just ignore this person. Another thing you can do is just like explain to them, hey, look, like I'm trying to lose weight. I don't appreciate what you're doing. It's not cool. Another thing you could do is just like stop talking to them, right? So like people like this, you have to cut them off if you want to continue with your weight loss. They may be your friend, and look, most of the time it's not even their fault, right? But that's just how they are. That's just how people are, right? Like majority of the people are not going to be happy for you. They're going to do these small things to get you to eat more food and more food and more food, right? So this is one thing you need to be careful of. The next thing is that your environment is a huge factor in your weight loss. And if you don't fix your environment, you're not going to lose weight. So this is something I found out the hard way. So I lost weight about 5 months ago, right? So that's when I lost weight. But before that, I tried plenty of times to lose weight. Okay, like I tried everything and everything and everything, but I only lost weight when I stopped surrounding myself with people I love to be around, right? So that's just the truth. Like if you're with your family the whole time and you're trying to do a diet, like no hate to your family at all, right? But it's obviously going to be harder because you have those movie nights, your brothers want to snack with you, you just want to watch movies, like you're too comfortable, right? Or if you're with your best friends in the world, like you just want to eat with them, drink with them, go out with them, you know? Like it's no hate to these people at all. Like we obviously want to have the best fun when we're around these kinds of when we're around people we love the most. But if you're trying to lose weight, like being in environments like this where you're too comfortable, everything's just good. Like there's no worry. Like you don't have to improve yourself. Everyone loves you for you. You're probably not going to improve and lose weight, right? So look, these people love you so much and they're there for you no matter what. You need help. These people are always the first people there, right? But if you're trying to lose weight, that's not the best environment to be. They just love you too much. They're never going to tell you the truth, and you're just going to be too comfortable, right? So I found this out the hard way. I only began to lose weight when I left my mom's house and my mom and dad's house, right? Like my mom and dad cooked me the best food. We would always go out to eat. We'll always do this. We'll have snacks as a family. We'll do this, have this. Look, it was the best time I've ever had. Like I really loved it. But for me to lose weight, I realized like I was never going to lose weight in an environment like that. Like, but shout out to my parents. They did amazing for me. Like, I love them so much. But like in that environment, like you can't lose weight. And I'm sure lots of you guys are in a similar environment. Like right now, there's not much you can do. You can explain it to them maybe, but just so you know, that kind of stuff happens when your environment's like that. So the next thing is that eating clean does not guarantee your success. So before I lost weight, I used to think that if I only eat fruits and vegetables, protein, and whole foods, I'm going to lose weight. But that's not actually the truth. The only thing that determines if you lose weight or not is if you're in a calorie deficit. However, eating clean is obviously the better thing to do. Like your hormones are better, you get less hungry, you get less brain fog, all this. So you're obviously a better person when you eat clean food. Weight loss is going to be easier for you if you eat clean food. But eating clean food does not guarantee weight loss, right? It really does help. Like if you want weight loss, like you don't have to eat clean, but it helps so much. but it's not the only thing that you have to do to lose weight, right? So what I recommend to people when they're trying to lose weight, I recommend that they eat clean 90 to 95% of the time, right? So most people online will be like, oh, that's too high. You need to be eating clean 80% of the time, 80-20 rule, right? However, that might be true. What I found is that if you give yourself these spaces to eat junk food, what happens is that you just binge eat and binge eat and binge eat and binge eat. You just keep going and eating and eating and eating and eating, right? It might not even be your fault, but like if you just give yourself these opportunities to eat, like it's obviously gonna foster into something more. So just go 90 to 95% of the time, eat clean food. So most people think, oh, clean food's so boring, but I'm telling you, clean food is better than fast food by so much, right? Like I eat clean 90 to 95% of the time, and I'm telling you right now that eating clean is the best thing that you can do, right? It's the best for your body, it's the best for your soul, it's the best for your mind. So it's extremely good. The next thing you need to know is that motivation means nothing for fat loss, right? So I hear this, I see this so much. People say, oh, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to lose weight. Tomorrow, I'm going to start this, I'm going to cut everything out. And guess what? They only last for 2 weeks, a week, right? And I've seen this with so many people, right? People that are so close to me, they say, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. But they just quit. And what? It's because they're running on motivation, right? So if you're trying to lose weight, your whole reason to lose weight can't just be because you're motivated to lose. You need a bigger reason to lose weight. So for me, the bigger reason to lose that I lost weight is because I did not like the way I looked, right? So if you're just hoping that motivation is gonna carry you to lose weight, it's not gonna happen, right? Like you need a reason to lose weight, okay? You need an end goal. This way, the days you feel like going, the days you don't feel like going to the gym, the days you feel like eating good, the days you don't feel like eating good, you still eat good, still go to the gym, right? So you need something that's always gonna keep pushing you. Maybe you want to have better health. Maybe you want to live a longer life. Maybe you want to look good. You want to get more girls. Like people have different reasons, but if you're trying to lose weight, you need a driving force that's going to push you every single day to lose weight, right? Like if you don't have this, you're not going to lose weight, right? So you need to be building something, like building towards something, right? So you actually need something to look forward to. And the last thing is that you can still look worse even if you lose weight. So this actually really happened to me. So I used to be like, I was chubby, but not like fat, like obese, but I was still like pretty chubby guy. And I still looked like fine. Like I didn't look ugly. I didn't look anything. I was fine. But then I lost weight. And like, yeah, I look good. But some days I'll be like, did I look good when I was bigger? And this happens when you don't lose weight fast. When you don't lose weight the proper way. If all you're doing is just slashing your calories to like eating 1,000 calories a day, you're eating no protein, you're overdoing on the cardio, like you're just going to look worse than you did before. So what you need to do is you need to focus on eating more protein foods, right? So why focus on eating protein? Because when you lose weight and you don't eat protein, you don't do all this stuff, you're gonna lose muscle too. And we don't want to lose muscle, right? Because if we're losing muscle, we're going to look worse. Like, trust me, you are. Like, it happened to me. You just look like skinny and frail, and you just don't look right, right? So you need to be eating protein, like so much protein. Protein also, like, it does stuff to your face. Like, it gives you that caveman look, if you know what I mean. Like, it makes your bones, like, pop. So you need to be eating protein a lot. Like, every meal needs to have some sort of protein. So for me, my number one go-to protein was eggs. Like, I eat eggs every single day, right? So eat eggs, eat meat, eat chicken, all this. The next thing is that you need to lift weights, right? Lifting weights keeps you more toned and makes you look more defined. It doesn't give you that like skinny, small look, right? You look like better when you're lifting weights. So eating protein with weights, and don't even consider doing stuff like Ozempic or anything else, because all those stuff, they just make you look so much worse. Like I'm sure you've seen celebrities that are on Ozempic, right? Like they take Ozempic and they just look like sick, right? So don't even try to touch Ozempic when you're trying to lose weight. Like I put a video on my channel about Ozempic and the dangers. So watch that if you're thinking about it, but don't even do that. You're just gonna look worse than before. So here are some harsh truths about losing weight. And I'm just putting this out there so you guys know. And I'm telling you guys, like, obviously lose weight, but you guys need to like acknowledge these truths and take for it. See you in the next video.